everyone, welcome to my channel. So today is actually my first time live streaming on YouTube. So um, I don't know how it's gonna go, but I hope it goes well because I would like to do more live streaming video for you. Mostly I do my live stream over on Facebook. So this is the first time on YouTube. So if I'm not I'm not a techie person, so bear with me, guys. So today I'm going to show you an updated version on how I trim my hair extensions. So right now I have my hair styled and washed already. So I'm just going to show you how you would actually cut your hair like very regularly at home. Like I do my trim every 6 weeks just to keep the ends healthy. So I'm gonna show you what I do at home, and please comment below if my voice is okay, if you can hear me properly, or the video lighting is okay, because again, this is the first time I'm doing live streaming on YouTube, so I don't know how it's going, so you guys gotta tell me that, okay? So if you need me to speak louder, feel free to comment below and let me know. Okay, I appreciate if you find that these videos is helpful. Please subscribe, like the video. Definitely encourage me to do more. As you all know, I go on social media and I do these videos is to not only share beauty tips or hairstyling tips with you, but my main purpose on social media is to raise awareness against human trafficking and child exploitation, which is the cause that I've been advocating for over 10 years. Those of you who follow me since day one, you know this, so that's the main reason I'm doing these videos. So I would love to have your support, and through your support, I'm able to be a bigger voice for this hideous crime against children. And we deal mostly with children that are vulnerable to human trafficking and child sex slavery. So I know it's not a subject that everyone wants to hear. Anyone wants to, like, you know, be exposed to, but it is a reality that this happens, and it happens to children not only in Asia, in parts of the world, everywhere in the world, but it's happening in Toronto, where I'm living right now. So we need to come together to stop this hideous crime. So enough talking, I'm gonna start with my tutorial. So right now this is my hair. Obviously, you all know I don't have beautiful hair. This is all of my extensions. So I didn't do too much of a neat job on like styling it. I just washed it and I put it in these big hot rollers. Basically, I just wanted to smooth out the ends and just basically see some of the shape that I'm going to be working with. So first, before anything, you need to brush your hair. So brush your hair so that when you're using the tighter comb, you're not pulling the hair. So here's a brush, here's a comb. So we cut our hair with a comb, preferably like a tighter teeth, because this will help you to hold the hair a lot easier. And this is a brush for you to brush your hair. So I've always say this, always brush your hair from bottom up, okay? Because if you take your brush and you go straight from top to bottom, you are pulling all that tension and that tangle at the roots, because you're going from here, pulling. So you're gonna be like literally plucking your hair out. So please don't do that. So detangle the bottom, because it's the bottom that get tangled, not the top. So brush, okay? I usually don't brush. I usually don't comb the hair. This is a comb. I usually don't comb the hair because the comb can break the hair. So use more of a brush. It's easier to like comb through, and it's a brush, right? So if you have long hair, use a brush to brush your hair instead of a comb. Then after I brush it, I'm just gonna turn around for you to see my hair. So this is my, sorry, there's a board back here. Sorry guys, 1 second. So this is the back of my hair. As you can see, it's long because of the extensions, and I've trimmed it after I put them in, but it's been a couple of months, so I'm just going to re-trim it just to get the dead ends off, okay? So if you're wondering, Kelly, why is your hair so long? It's not my hair. And to be honest, I like to have long hair. It keeps me warm in the winter. It, it's nice to feel like I'm a long hair girl, right? Because I've never had nice long hair. So it's nice to have hair on the shoulders. And those of you who are long hair lover, you will know what I'm talking about. People who have short hair look at my hair, it's like, oh my God, Kelly, why so long? Too much work. So to each his own, but I'm a long hair girl. So therefore, I this hair extensions that I'm having in is 24 inches long. So it's actually longer to here. I had to cut it a little shorter. So I figured out the new best hair extension technique, guys, because I've been a hairstylist for almost 20 years, and I've always used fusion hair extensions because of all the methods that I've tried, that seems to be the most, best one for me at the time. But again, it gotten too expensive because I can't reuse the fusion type. So this year, thank God, I've been teaching the weft, and it's a sewn-in, and it's the best method ever, and non-damaging for sure, less costly, like totally. So that's a whole new different video. So if you guys want me to do a hair extension detail video, please comment below and let me know that you're interested, and I can do another video on hair extensions because that's another. Hi Ozzy, nice to meet you. Well, not really meet you, but thank you for watching from UK. I'm from Toronto, so thank you for joining in. So there's a lot of hair knowledge that I'll be happy to share with you. Trial and error, almost 20 years of been there, done that. So if you guys have hair questions, now that I can do a live stream YouTube, it saves me so much time from editing, because doing videos is not long, and I can talk about hair all day to you, but it's just that it took me forever, and I've been having a break, or I haven't been posting a lot of pictures for the past 3 years. Again, the pandemic happens. I've lost a really close family member to me, so it's been a tough 3 years. But now I got myself back together. I've grown as a person, so I'm much better now. So I'll be doing a lot of more tutorials for you. So feel free to comment, let me know, Kelly, I want you to do this, do that. I'll be happy to share with you what I know regarding hair. Okay, so feel free to let me know. But back to this video today. My hair is, right now, I have 8 rows of invisible weft, okay, in my hair. That's why it looks so full compared to the fusion one that I had before. Okay, so how you're gonna cut your hair today is you're gonna need a comb, preferably a long one. So this is my hand and this is the comb. So just to show you, you need a long comb for long hair. If you get a comb that is the size of my hand, it's too short for you to hold long hair. So if you have hair from, say, here down, get yourself a long comb, right? So about 10 inch, 12 inch, right? Preferably tighter teeth, because it will hold your hair. If it's sparse or the teeth is wider apart, it's harder for you to hold. So the comb acts as your finger, because you can't hold all this hair with 2 fingers like this, right? And sometimes when you're point cutting, you can cut into your hand. So the point of the comb is to be your 3rd hand. So first, you're gonna section your hair in half. Okay, just do it by feel. like this, okay? Section it out, bring it forward. So what I always do is I like to determine the length first. Those of you who are length lover and you care about every inches of your hair length, determine the length first before you start cutting so that you don't overcut. The problem of clients that come to see me and they always say, Kelly, my hair was chopped off too much. I wanted only this much and they cut that much, right? So my tip is determine the length first so that you know you don't touch there afterwards. So I know people, when you're cutting hair, right now I'm standing in front of my phone, so it's like a mirror for me, right? So if you're cutting your hair, stand in front of obviously a mirror that is like parallel to you, like the same height as you. Don't use a camera or like a mirror that is like down here and you're looking down, because when you're doing that, your cutting is not accurate. So first, I'm going to determine the length. So let's say, okay, I pull my hand all the way down, and very important, if you're cutting long hair, please cut it on dry hair. Don't cut it on wet hair, because you cannot see your hair when it's wet. It's like driving in the rain. You don't see properly, right? You can still drive, but you can't see properly. So you need to drive in the, when it's not raining, when it's sunny. Same for your hair. When the hair is wet, it's bunched together, it's watering. It's not like fanning out like this for you to see the split ends. And when you cut your hair, most of the time is you want to get rid of split ends, and you can't see it when it's wet. So you need to have it dry so you can actually see where your split end is, right? Makes sense? So I know salons and hairstylists have a habit of cutting on wet hair is because they were trained like that in school, and that was how I was trained. But after years of being behind the chair, working at a salon, I know that cutting dry hair, honestly, is so much faster, so much more accurate, and you won't have the clients like freaking out. You cut off too much, because when the hair dry, it shrinks, okay? So that's why if you're gonna cut your hair, please cut it on dry, straightened hair. If you have curly hair, you can still use my technique, because if you can cut it and it look nice on straight hair, it will look beautiful on curly hair, okay? Obviously, there are some different tips for you to cut straight hair and curly hair. But again, if you want me to do a video on that, comment below, because that's another whole new different video. But back to the point, trim your hair, cut your hair on dry hair. Now, so I'm standing in front of the mirror like you would be doing, and I would pull my hair length all the way flatten down. So comb it a few times and like literally like hold it straight down with your 2 fingers like this, okay? Now, when you're pulling your hair down, please don't look down like this, because this curve movement makes your hair uneven. So you have to cut it as if you're standing straight and someone is looking at you from the back, right? So you can't have your head like this and cut the hair properly. You need to have your head straight up, and then so that you can, feel how it will look at the back. So especially those of you who like that nice V or oval shape at the back and you want to cut it even, you can't bend your head down like this when you're cutting, okay? You need to use the mirror as your guide, okay? So comb the hair straight down, okay? This is why it's easier to cut it on straighten or blow out hair. Because if you do this on curly hair, it will not be easy, okay? So comb it all the way down. Have your head up high like I am right now. Hold the hair with your 2 fingers like this and hold it tight so that when you're moving like this, it's not affecting the length at all, okay? Hold it tight and then what I usually do is I like to point cut. So point cut like this. And please go slow. Take your time because you can always cut it. You can't grow it. So make sure you're not scissor happy and cutting too much. So with point cutting, okay, cut where you see your split ends is, right? That's what we call it a trim. Now, when you cut point cutting, the deeper you go, so let's say I'm going deep and I'm cutting this, deep and cutting this, it means it will be more wispy on the ends. If you're not going too deep and you're just point cutting just the tip like this, then it will be less wispy. So those of you who have fine hair, I wouldn't recommend you to go deep because you want to build that fullness. Those of you who have thick hair, like me right now, then you can go deeper to create more movement, okay? A lot of time when you see your hair, why do I have so much layers in the interior, but the ends are so blunt and heavy? It is because you cut it blunt, right? So that's why I usually, people who don't like to have like a lot of layers, but they still want that movement at the closer bottom of the hair, that's where point cutting comes in. Now again, point cutting is another whole new different video. So if you want to learn about that, leave a comment below, okay? So while I'm doing this, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me and I'll answer as I go along, okay? So again, comb it all the way down, heads up, grab the ends of the hair with your two finger like this, okay? Try not to bend your head down like this and cut. It's not accurate. Bring the hair up to you, okay? And then point cut like this, okay? If you comb it right, you hold it right, I guarantee you it'll be straight or even at the back. Now, okay, so let's say you determine the length you want. So this is the length that I want, okay? So I'm not gonna touch the length anymore. Next, I'm gonna do the layer on the front, okay? So the length first and then the layer on the front before you start doing layers throughout the hair. So from here, comb all the hair forward. You see, after I brush my hair already, it's a lot easier for me to comb. If I didn't brush my hair first and I'm combing like this, I will be getting a lot of breakage because the comb is too tight, okay? So this is where I mean you need a long comb. See how it's holding my hair? See? I couldn't do this if I had two fingers. See how short? So this is the reason why you need to have a long 10 to 12 inch comb, okay? Now, head straight, okay? Look at the mirror. Please don't turn your head like this when you're cutting because again, it's not accurate. So this is gonna be a little hard and it's also hard for me as well. So if it's hard for you, don't be surprised, okay? It's holding the comb, okay? You can add another comb back to back and then it helps you hold, but again, it's still hard to hold anyway. So from here, head straight, and I'm just going to softly cut going down, okay? Again, please be very slow. Take your time cutting. Don't go scissor happy and make a mistake that you can't grow it back. Okay, so I'm just going down because I already have the shape. I just needed to cut the ends because hair extension is actually the same as your hair. So it does get split ends and, you know, wear and tear just like your normal hair would. See? So that's how it looks when I'm done. So again, I have the shape cut already. I'm just going through it to clean up the dead ends, okay? I've done a video like 7 years ago on a cut from scratch. So I don't know if you guys still find that on my channel, But if you want me to do a brand new video cut from scratch, blunt hair, then you can let me know and I'll do a separate video on that. So that is one side. If you feel that you need to do a bit more, recomb the hair and repeat. Okay, and it can go as far as you want. So you can go from here or from here. So I'm starting mine from my chin down, and I'm just going like this. Okay, slide cutting, or just cutting slowly all the way down. Or you can point cut like this, but this you will more likely chance to make a mistake. If you're comfortable with my videos and you've been a pro at cutting your own hair, then you can do the point cutting going upwards, but that's more dangerous, meaning that you can make a mistake, easier. Okay, so that is this side. Okay, you see how it gives it more shape? I'll teach you how to do the side curtain bangs after, okay? There, so this is the side that's done. Now, the left side, no, the right side. So if you are right-handed, this side would be easy. But for me, this side's a little bit harder. So again, take it slow. Comb everything forward because you want to catch whatever hair that you have from the back. Okay? Hold the hair. Try to get all the hair inside the comb. Now this is going to be a little tricky. Okay? Hold it from the bottom. Try to let not the hair slip out. And this time, you're going to have to look down because if not, there's no way you can see this. Okay? So just gently, softly, going down. Again, take your time. Don't rush this, guys, because those of you who grow your hair this long and one wrong, action, you can take a hole in your hair, okay? So I'm just doing it very slowly, okay? If your hair falls out, that's okay. Recomb and do it again. So from here, okay, you can either look through this side, but just keep your head nice and straight. See how I am seeing my hair from this angle now? Okay. So unless of your experience, please don't cut bottom up because it's a lot more easier to make a mistake. So you would comb and try to go down this way. And obviously cutting it on your own will not turn out like 100% because again, you're doing it on your own. But if you can get like 90%, then you're already a pro. Okay? So after that, if you just want to comb it against your body, looks, pretty decent to me, right? I'm happy with that. Okay. If I want a bit more over here, I can also add in. So the more I'm doing this, the more layer it will be. Again, don't go scissor happy. So after I cut it a little bit, okay, if I'm happy, I'm gonna get a comb. No, I'm gonna get a mirror, okay? Hi guys, this is me right here. So use the mirror, like another mirror, to look through your mirror. So see, I can see how my shape at the back is. So my shape is more of like an oval because I'm fanning it out right now. But if I put it pointier, like I put it together, you see it's more of a V. See? So when you have hair this long, it's not recommended to have like it all one length. It may look a little like heavy. So doing it a bit of a V or an oval, just make it look more, I think it look a little bit sexier, more softer, right? Than like a blunt. But again, each his own, whatever makes you happy, whatever you like. Now, So I got the size trim. If you want to do more, then just continue doing the same technique, but just um, slowly. Okay. So now comes the fringe. Um, this is actually a grown out, you know, side swept bang, so it becomes like more of a curtain. But if you don't have a bang to grow out, but you want to cut this, then I'm going to show you how to do that. Very easy. So usually curtain bangs nowadays is very popular, and we usually take about an inch from see where your hairline is, go back about an inch and a half. That's roughly a good length to go back, because even if you go back further here, your natural gravity will just split your hair anyway to the side. It will not fall forward. So even if you force yourself to like have it all the way back here, it's not gonna go like this unless if you spray it. It will naturally part, right? So that's how you determine how far to go back. So let's say I'm cutting my fringe. Give it a shake, okay? Or usually if you put your hair half up like this, the fringe will have a natural part of falling down. So that's how I determine. So once again, give it a shake, right? If you don't have this to begin with and it doesn't fall off, then I'll do a separate video on how to cut your own bangs, because that's another video, long video. I don't want you guys to have to like watch this video for like 3 hours, so I'm just gonna do more of like the basic of each video cut, right? So this one, since I already have it, I'm just gonna pin this up. Okay, so this is a very cool clip. I think you guys seen this. It's great to, if you put your hair like, you know, for makeup, whatever, and you don't want to have that indentation when you're using the other clips. These are great to not leave a mark on your hair. Okay, so I'm just gonna pin that, clip that. Okay, so now we're gonna do the fringe. So like I said, about an inch and a half back is ideal. Again, to each his own. And you really just have to cut it where it falls. Now, because I'm having a receding hairline, and receding hairlines is very common, it happens to a lot of people. So you have like, you know, like a receding here. So in my situation, I can't part it in a triangle. I have to go more of like a square, right? So literally I'm parting my bangs like a square instead of a triangle, just so that I hide the receding line. So literally I'm going an inch and a half back, and I'm squaring off like this, just to get all of that receding. And my receding go all the way back here, so that's why my bangs is there too, see? Okay, because usually many other YouTube video would teach you to go from here and fan it out, right? But because my receding line go all the way there, I have to cheat a little bit. It's not too bad on this side, but it's more on this side. So sometimes your cut cannot be completely even, just because the way your hair is, you know. So you just gotta, I wouldn't say improvise, but, you know, work with what you have. Okay, so this side of my hair is not too bad of a receding, but the other side is a lot. So put that aside. So this is pretty much my section for my hair shape. Okay, hold on. Okay, so it looks like this. It looks uneven to you, but like I explained, I have a receding line on one side of my head, So it's not suggested that you make this side the same, because then this side becomes too heavy, right? So just like this, that's good enough, right? And that's okay, because you gotta fix the problem. Girl, once you have kids, you won't have time to. Yes, I have 5 kids, but again, they're not human kids, they're doggy, furry kids. But regardless, having kids, you gotta take care of yourself, because, and this is great that I'm doing these videos for you so that you can actually, if you can't make the time to go to a salon, you can do this at home. And I always encourage ladies, whether have so many kids, please take care of yourself, because when you're happy and you feel good, life is better. Because doing all that work and you don't take care of yourself, um, it's hard. And I won't get into the details, because um, you know it's another separate video. But I always say, like, take care of yourself. Find ways to make ways to, right? So you do have nice. Honestly, Jennifer, my hair is not like this. Is already styled. That's why you think it looks nice. But my hair is very fine. I've been stressed for like 3 years because of a loss of a loved one. I was like losing my hair like crazy. So don't always believe what you see on camera. That's all I can say. But I've been there, hell and back. So I can relate to people who are going through tough times, who have no time to take care of yourself. But change that mindset. Like, make time. Like, you got to make time. Okay, so I hope my video helped you, that if you can't go to the salon and get your hair done, at least you can do it at home while your kids are sleeping. Okay, so back to what I was saying. When it comes to bangs, yes, follow the typical way that YouTube or other people teach you. Again, my videos are just a guideline. Okay, it's not like, I'm not saying that my video are right. Again, watch a lot of videos and pick which one works for you. Okay, mine maybe not, but you know what, it would work for someone else who needs it. So just take my video as a guideline, and I hope it helps you. I'm very happy if it helps you. But it doesn't help you, at least you know not to do the Kelly way, right? So either way is a win-win. But here, so I section my part. Like I mentioned, I have a receding here. That's why I'm going a little bit further. I'm cheating with this and here, because I'm fuller on this side, no receding. So I take less of it, right? Okay, so first you need to determine the length. And with bangs, please don't pull them down like this, because when you pull them down like this, when they spun up, it's gonna be shorter. So very important, ladies, don't cut bangs when the hair is wet, inaccurate. Please don't pull hard on the bangs that it will spring up when it's dry. Okay, so keep it always at a loose, comfortable tension. So I'm going to use my tighter teeth, which is this, to hold my fringe. Okay, so if you were to cut a fringe from scratch, you would do the same thing. So hold it down. Now I'm looking at it from here, and I always like to point, cut the fringe. Determine the length first, I always say. Okay, on both sides. Determine the length first. Then part it to whichever you like. Either it's your natural parting, or you want to change your parting and part it on the side, whatever. But let's say this is where my hair will fall, for example, like this, right? So once I have the length done, I'm going to take the part that I had, okay? I'm going to look straight in the mirror, and I'm going to turn my comb perpendicular to the ground, and see the part that fall off, just let it fall, because that's the length. See here, this little edge there, I'm going to point cut that, because that is going to become my layers. Okay, give me that soft layer on the side. See? Same thing over here. Perpendicular to the ground. And this is going to be a little tougher, guys. So you may have to kind of like slide cut that part right here. See? Or go on here. And with fringe, just cut very little, guys. Don't go scissor happy. Okay? After you add a little bit of layer, then you're going to hold the hair up using the tight comb like this. Now here I'm going to be adding movement and layer to my side fringe. Opposite side. Whatever fall, just let it fall. Holding my hair tight like this. And then point cut. This will give us layers on top. So when I did it this way, right, when I did it this way, it gives me like a nice bevel down like this. When I do it over directing, it's giving me layers on the top pieces right here, guys. See? Okay? And do it slowly, and if you feel that it's still thick or heavy, go more deep point cutting to take off the weight. Because a lot of time, if you have a lot of hair and there's a lot of weight on the fringe, it looks like literally heavy curtains. You want to have soft, flowy, you know, because then it'll stay to the side. If it's too heavy, guys, it's going to just flop in your face like this, like heavy. But when it's layered properly, it'll give you a very nice, like curtain, soft fringe, okay? And oftentimes, if you find that your bangs are too heavy, it's because it haven't been layered. Over direct, head straight, okay? Once you hold it tight with your finger, then you can move it. And from here, you can give it a light trim. So every way I cut, I'm using point cutting to minimize heaviness at the bottom. Okay? After that, cross check, bring everything up, all the way up. Feel free to ask me if you guys have any questions. If I'm talking too fast, I'll go a little slower. So this is cross-checking the top part. Whatever falls, just let it fall. Okay? This is to cross-check if anything is not even. See? Now there it is. Take the clip up. Give it a little shake. And then you can use a round brush or whatever brush that you're using to just smooth it out or curl a little bit more, and then you can see the fringe cascading nicely. It's not a big blob of heaviness, right? See how it flows? And if you layer it properly, it will actually stay like this, and you don't need hairspray. Because if your bangs are heavy that you need hairspray, it means it's too heavy. There's not enough texture or movement in it. But if you cut it properly, it can stay like this, nicely swept without you using hairspray. Okay? So that's me doing the length, the trim, and around the face. A lot of time, as your hair grows out, it starts getting heavy around the face, and that's how you would trim the hair, just a touch up, to give it a trim. Basically, it's not a cut, it's a trim, right? And that's how I do mine. I'll do a separate video on the back and all around, because that's going to be like another hour. And right now I'm actually at 40 minutes already. So this is just a basic quick trim at home, and then after that you can style it. So if you don't have time to go to the hair salon and you just want a quick trim to keep the hair healthy, Thank you for your videos. I have social anxiety. I'm so happy and grateful for your tutorial. Oh, sorry. It just showed me a little bit. Um, live chat visible. Okay. Now I can cut my hair by myself at home and I. Oh, thank you, Ozzy. I'm glad it helped you. I'm sorry. I know COVID has done so much to all of us, and it is a tough time. But I had anxiety as well. I had like a stressful 3 years of COVID, especially losing my partner, and I totally understand. But you know what? It's you're gonna have your own time to figure things out, and you've gotta pick yourself back up. Um, I had to because no one's gonna do it for you. So again, that's another video. There's so much to talk about, guys, especially life. You know, um, we live through life and we go through so many things. And if we share knowledge, we share, experience with each other, maybe we can help one another, right? Like I've lost my partner in 2020, and it was the worst experience of my life. Like, which I'll do a separate video because if I talk now, it's gonna be like another 5 hours. But I've been through the darkest time of my life, and death is one of the experience that you do not want to experience. But because we're human, it happens. And if you, if people share experience with you, so that when it happens to you, you know what to expect. You know what to prepare. At least it helped you in some way. Like I've never had anyone talk to me in detail about dealing with a loss of a loved one. So when I went through it, I have to figure it out on my own. But thank God I had faith. I believe in God, so it got me through really dark times. But again, um, life is not easy, guys. Living to 40 years old, I finally figured that out. Life is not easy. But again, we're here to support each other. Talking it out really helps. So I'll do some videos later on to share, and hopefully from my experience sharing, it can help someone out there, And I was very lucky to gotten through it and stand back up without doing a lot of harm to my body, right? Because there are people out there who are going through such tough time that they have to resort to drugs or alcohol that it can harm their body. And life is not easy, guys. Anyway, enough of me blabbing on. I'll do a separate video on the whole cut because that's a lot of longer video. But if you have had a haircut 3-4 months ago and you can't go to a hairstylist and your front is getting long and it's dragging you down and you feel blah, you can use this video, some of the technique that I show, to trim, to lighten the front up. In the meantime, you go and see your hairstylist. Don't worry about the back because you can't see the back. Leave that problem to the people who are looking at you. But at least you can feel better looking at yourself when you fix the front part. That's what I always say. So use this technique. Obviously, I did a very light trim because I did trim my hair 4 weeks ago. I don't need a big trim, so that's why you don't see me cutting a lot. But by me going through the steps, it, give you a guideline to how you would cut your hair. So please comment below and let me know how this first live stream video went. This is the first time I live stream on YouTube, so I don't know if it's the same as Facebook, but if it is easy like Facebook, I'll do a lot more live stream video for you guys. And feel free to let me know what else you want me to do. And again, I thank you all, like my subscribers, those of you who have been with me since day one that I had my channel. You all know that I'm doing this video, being on social media, to raise awareness against human trafficking and child sex slavery, which is my mission, my passion that I've been advocating for the past over a decade. So Thank you for your support. Thank you for your subscribing, liking my videos. It's not the most exciting video on YouTube because I don't edit. I'm not a techie person, so it's boring and it's long, but you can always pass forward it, right? I just hope that, you know, my video can help you somehow. So once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone, take care, and I'll see you very soon. Much love. Stay safe, be positive, talk to someone if you're not happy, get it out of your system, and life has so much more for you. So feel free to reach out for me if you want to talk or have problems. I'll be happy to. Again, social media, I use my channel to share experience aside from raising awareness for my charity. So if I can help you in any way, like hair or talk or whatever, feel free to reach out. And helping one another is like helping ourselves, right? So thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye. Bye guys. Now I just have to learn how to turn this off. Okay.